Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream, and hopefully you guys are all well. I'm joined by Martin. Big up to you, bro. Hopefully you're well as well. Are you well?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
We're going to cook today because, bro, there's a lot of City hate going on. It's the standard cycle of the Premier League campaign. You know, first couple of months, it's the standard. Oh, Manchester City are not as good this year. Oh, City have dropped off this year. Oh, someone else is going to win the league this year. And then when we get to this part of the year, City are boring. The Premier League's boring because everyone thinks City are going to win the league. By the way, we've still got 2 away games. Yeah, one against Spurs, which I know they're not great. We've still got to play West Ham, and they're not great as well. But still 3 games left. You know, it's not over. But this is just a part of the season that we're in. So yeah, everyone hates us now. You know what I mean? Because we're at the end stages of the season. But just remember 6 months ago. Yeah, or not even 6 months. Remember 5 months ago when we had not won a game in 5 matches or whatever it was, and everyone was like, "City are not the same. City are not the same." Yeah, and obviously no one was really hating on us at that point. Whereas we've got past that, and now we're in the stages. So guys, I'm going to bring up this article, man, because it's an interesting article done. I think it's interesting to say the least. We're going to go through some of the comments in it. Because I feel personally now that everyone is just like, not everyone, you know, not everyone, but a lot of people just hate on us for no reason. You know what I mean? You got to remember as well, right? There's a lot of people who tweet shit online. You know what I mean? And tweeting stuff against Manchester City will get you likes. Because if you tweet something negative about our football club, right, then at the end of the day, you're going to get Liverpool fans liking it, United fans liking it, Arsenal fans liking it. Everyone's going to like it. Because then they'll just feel like it's this. And, you know, I'll bring up the article in just a second. But before we do, guys, make sure you do smash a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. But, yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. Oh, I actually hope you've not seen it, Martin, because if you've not seen it, then it'll be fresh for you.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's actually good then. I genuinely didn't know if Martin had seen that. That's not some stage stuff, guys. But, yeah, there's this interesting article that's come out from Football 365. The writer appears to be a man called John Nicholson, who apparently is a Middlesbrough fan. I just want to go through some of these statements and some of these paragraphs, man, because I find it very, very interesting. We're going to go through it, and we're going to see whether or not some of the stuff that he says has merit, or whether it's all just waffle and whether it's all just garbage. Yeah, because I think personally a lot of this is just waffle and garbage. But I want to get Martin's take on it. I'll give you my take on it, and you give me your... Yeah, first of all, the title. Sorry, I almost bloody missed the title. I almost went straight into the main event. Watching Man City is like watching maths. And that's just soulless and boring. First of all, what does he mean, watching maths? What does that even mean? Watching maths? Does anyone understand what that actually means? Watching... How can you watch maths? Like,
You said it's calculated and boring. Calculated, side-to-side passing. I don't know.
Okay, so first of all, that for me is very strange. Let's have a look at the first paragraph or two. Right? First paragraph is what it is. Second paragraph is what it is. He just let us. This is just a preamble. Here we go. This paragraph here, guys. I'm going to read it out as well because some of you might be listening, not watching. Something odd has happened. As I watched Manchester City play Wolves, I was just disinterested, which is worse than bored. I know I'm not alone in this. The City crowd just murmured like it was an end-of-season dead rubber. Jamie Carragher even commented that it was flat, and the time they were 1-0 up. There was no jeopardy. And without jeopardy, football is nothing to the neutral. So what are you trying to say there? Are you saying that we should make the games harder for ourselves to help you? Is it our fault? Was you saying this when Arsenal was winning 5 or 6-0 a couple months ago? Was he saying this at the time? Because I tell you what, Arsenal was blowing everybody away 2-3 months ago when they was winning 5-0. I think they beat West Ham 6-0, something like West Ham. Yeah, at the time, decent side. They beat them 6-0. So what do you want us to do? Do you want us to make the games harder for ourselves? And also, it's quite funny, isn't it, that he writes this after a 5-1 win against Wolves. Why didn't he write this against Forest? Because I tell you what, Forest was difficult. Why didn't he write against Forest? We sure he got beaten Forest. There was no jeopardy against Forest. You know, there's a lot of jeopardy against Forest. So why is he writing it now for the one game that we win 5-1? Yeah, I mean, I'm not being funny, yeah, but it's 4 games after the season for the Wolves game. Obviously, now it's 3. And we dialed in. We just had a week off. course we're gonna be active. So I don't really like what we meant to do. We just meant to make the games harder for ourselves to help this guy. You get me what I'm saying?
I laugh. I laugh because of the hypocrisy that is all over everything. Because if City had played on Saturday and it had just won 1-0, you'd have got, like you said, City crap, City aren't the same, City aren't ready, Arsenal favourites for the title, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
City win 5-1, it's the Farmers League. So what do they want? Should we just stop playing? What do they want? I don't understand. By the way, no one was saying this about Barcelona.
I know.
But and by the way, Barcelona just passed and went backwards. So I don't get this. I'm not understanding it all of a sudden. This is because it's simple. And by the way, yeah, but was the crowd a bit thing at the start? But I've said this is not a City problem. This is a footballing problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Klopp 3 months ago went out and went, excuse me, Anfield, do you want to get going?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
This is a football issue, not just a City problem. Yeah. It's football in general. Because the Premier League and everyone else are trying to make football like going to the bloody cinema or going to the thing, and it's totally different.
Facts.
I know people who tried doing the Poznan on Saturday and got told to sit down.
Pathetic.
By fellow fans.
Do
you know what I mean? So it's not that's a lot of BS that about soulless, because Wolves were quiet. For 3,000 Wolves fans, couldn't hear them. They were crap. It is. And the other thing, it's like, by the way, you never look at our away fans, best in the country. Away fans always make noise. That's what away fans are there for. Because it's always the hardcore, proper, let's go dickheads that go home and away and travel till 4 a.m. They're there to sing and dance and everything else. That's what they're there for. So I'm sorry, it's a load of garbage and it's another stick. I'm coming from a Middlesbrough fan. I've been to Middlesbrough many a time. Trust me, it's like a bloody wake up there when they're playing football. So let's not play this game. I don't know what we're meant to do. Are we meant to roll over and have our bellies tickled? Stick our kids out?
Exactly. It's we're being punished for winning football matches, and like I say, it's annoying that why you couldn't write this article last week, because last week there was a lot of jeopardy. We probably shouldn't have won the game last week. We couldn't write the article last week because it wouldn't have been factually accurate for his own opinion last week. He could have wrote that, said, "Oh, there's no jeopardy." So basically, are you saying that in every game now for the rest of the season, you think there should be jeopardy? That's not going to happen. Not every game there's going to be jeopardy. Some games we will just dominate. Some they will, like Forest, maybe like Fulham. But at the end of the day, we are just a good team. So sometimes we will do good. Let's have a look at another paragraph, man. Obviously, their fans will not care that neutrals are bored by them, and they'll predictably and happily tell you so. But the Premier League will. Try selling the best league in the world when its winners are boring and all of its teams in Europe are beaten by clubs that have markedly less money and resources. So Real Madrid. Okay, so he said Real Madrid are financially dominant but are engaging in a way City never are. It makes no sense, but it's a strong feeling. Sorry about that. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe I'm saying an awkward truth. I'd say something, yeah?
Engaging in what way?
I guess he means more exciting.
Bollocks.
But were they more exciting against City at the Etihad when they come and sat back? Were they more exciting against Real Madrid against Bayern Munich when Bayern Munich dominated dominated a lot of the game, really, in terms of possession? So that makes no sense. And by the way, I don't know how many games this guy's watched Real Madrid in the La Liga this year, yeah? But I've watched a lot of Real Madrid games in La Liga. They are not an exciting team to watch.
I'd say Girona's been more exciting than them.
Oh, 100%. They're an efficient team, and I'm not cussing Real Madrid because they might go on and win the double, yeah? But I'm just saying they're not necessarily an exciting team to watch. Does that matter? No, they're going to go and win. They're going to potentially do the double. What you want about? Also, just
But
quickly as well, just beaten by clubs that have markedly less money and resources. Real Madrid are going to have, because this is a problem with the new rules, the new financial fair play rules, we're going to have around £500 million to spend, give or take, because they've not decided, right, on this new anchor system. Real Madrid are already allowed €626 million. So Real Madrid can spend more money than Manchester City and any other team in England, for that matter. Yeah, so what are you talking about? What is the point in that? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Engaging in a way City never are. What? Engaging? They literally come today and parked the bus. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid couldn't get the ball off Bayern Munich for the first 15, 20 minutes against them. Actually, longer than that. So I'm a bit confused about why he finds Real Madrid exciting to watch.
Just leave that over a minute. Because he has put something factual in it. Said, I'm full of shit. Yeah, you are. That's factual, mate. You are full of shit. Full of it. It's such a garbage. He contradicts himself, and the hypocrisy is completely there. Right. Let's go through it. Real Madrid are financially dominant. Yeah, we know that. We've known that for 25 years. He says he's 55. Okay. Can anyone tell me here where he's talked about Man United in 1992 and onwards?
Well, he does get onto some previous teams. I don't think he speaks about United.
No, but does he talk about Stam, Varane, Andy Cole?
No. He doesn't go on. He doesn't. Because I've seen the article. Like Martin's not, just for people that have just joined us.
Yeah, I'm seeing this literally. For the first time right.
Which is kind of why I like Martin being on it, because he's getting a fresh reaction. No, he doesn't go on to speak about United. He does go on to speak about other teams, I think, if I can remember correctly. But you'll see that in a second. But I just think this is just like. Also, what's he trying to say? They're try selling the best league in the world when its winners are boring and all of its teams.
That's my point. This is where I'm coming to. What is boring? Because, right, are we boring to watch? I say no. I know there are City fans, LB, and we get them on our channels who say we are boring to watch. That's because they're coming at it from a subjective point of view.
Yeah. They're not
what they want is Leroy Sané and Sterling regen. 17,
I swear, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe the chat can help us out here. But I swear they said we was boring when we had Sterling and Sané. I swear they still said
I don't think they could then. I don't think they could really.
I swear down, they still said we were boring when we had Sané and Sterling, man. Maybe I'm just making that up. I swear down, I've had this allegation for 10 years.
That's okay from a point of that's people's opinions. They can have. Everyone likes different films. Some like a horror, some like a romance, some like a drama, some like an action. Everyone likes different types of plays. I get that. But what my whole point in this is, well, we don't know because it might not be true.
That's a funny comment, that. Sorry, I threw you off with that.
You throw me now. The whole point of it is it's boring because we're winning.
Yes, correct.
This is what it is about. Because we're winning. Because here's my thing. Do you remember what season was it where we won the league? About last season. Arsenal dropped off. We won the league by 4 to 5 points. We could have won it by about 10, 12 points. But we took our foot off the gas. So that's boring. Right now, some have 2 games, some have 3 games. It's been a 3-horse race in the title race for the first time in 12 years, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
First time ever there's been a proper 3-horse race. It's down to 2 horses in the last fence. What's boring about this?
No, because people basically don't want City to win the league. People get bored of the winner being.
Just say that. Just say you don't want City to win the league.
No, they do. But like you say, the Premier League title race this season and it's still very exciting. City have to go to a stadium that we've never even scored a single goal in the Premier League. That's a big moment. That's going to be a big story. If City win, it's the first time we've ever scored a goal there in the Prem. First time we've ever won. Arsenal still have to go to United, where they've only won twice in 15 years. Right, so
that's not being talked about enough by anyone.
No, it's not. It's not. So listen, I'll just say this: people are not people are just ignoring the race and looking at the outcome. This league is still to be played. We're still waiting for the outcome, man. So at the end of the day, people are just weird as shit. And listen, this article gets even
But we've
crazier.
scored how many goals? But we're boring. Arsenal have played the best football. They've scored one more goal than us all season.
No, I'll listen. I'll happily sit here and say I think Arsenal probably played better football than us this year. But at the end of the day, who cares? You don't win trophies because of how you play football.
Liverpool played better football than us 2 years ago. But you don't win. Remember when they wanted a trophy for being? Remember when they got 97 points?
Yeah,
they played the sexy football. Give them a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a campaign to give them a Premier League trophy.
Mm-hmm. No, but again, this is why I never. Sometimes I'm not gonna say I've never done it because that'll be a lie. But I do try genuinely not to cuss teams for playing like low blocks too much, because at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way of playing football. And just to confirm, I'm not saying I've never done that, because I absolutely have, and I will in the future, because obviously in the moment you'll cuss the team, but there's no right or wrong way. You know, and Pep Guardiola said this before about Sam Allardyce and Tony Pulis. Pep Guardiola doesn't say, "Oh, Sam Allardyce's football," or Neil Warnock's football, or Tony Pulis' football is shit. He disagrees with how the game is played. Because in his mind, he thinks that the game should be played like this, but there's no right or wrong way of playing. So anyway, let me get through some of these super chats, man, because we've had a big donation coming as well. Big up to SP, says get the likes up to 115. We've missed it. We've just gone past. We was on 116, so we can't do that. We've already gone past it. But big up SP, and guys, make sure you drop a like. Big up to Warren as well. It says big up to LB and Martin. Big up to you, Warren, mate. Hopefully you have a good day, pal. Big up to Pat as well. Says Martin told them fans to sit down, allegedly. The Poznan people. So it was Martin. That's the big one. Hey, yo, and big up to Mansour as well, man. Big up to Mansour. Yeah, he's coming. Not only did he become a member as well of the channel, which I super appreciate everyone that becomes members of the channel, as I know Martin does on his channel as well. Help support us create the content. He's then coming and gifted 20 memberships as well, man. So big up to you, Mansour. That's a big dono, bro. Thank you very, very much. W's in the chat. I've already seen you guys smash the W's, but smash the W's again. 20 given out in one hit there. So what a legend he is. And big up to Alan as well, always supporting. Says, I told you that the media lie and talk ass. I guess, does that mean ass, or is that a weird Australian thing that I've never heard of? Ice. Sure, it
might be a weird thing that only Alan knows.
Pick up Al as well for the donation. Big up Mansour. Right, let's in fact, let me just leave that there. Let me leave that 20 dono on the screen for a bit longer, man, because get the airtime. Right, let's continue with this, man, because this gets even madder. So it says this: because it reveals important truths, the most important of which is that we don't care as neutrals how skillful the football is. We don't care if we feel bored. The game felt non-competitive, like a pre-season friendly, and yet it shouldn't, given its significance in the title run. This is not me being ornery or whatever that means. Just loads of people feel likewise, to the point that is commonly accepted. Right? Can I just say something? It's a team, arguably one of the best teams in football history, right? Arguably. I think that's fair. I don't actually think it is. I think Barcelona's team was better. I'm a City fan saying that. I should be biased to City, but in my opinion, Barca is. But it's defo top 3, top 4 teams. This era of City team in football history, right? There was 4 games left to the title. 4. Because it was the Wolves game that you're speaking about. We're playing a team where the manager is not on the sideline. We're playing a team where arguably their best player, Pedro Neto, was injured. Mm-hmm. And we're playing a team that had nothing to play for. I know they had like the smallest outside chance of getting Europe, but essentially they was never getting Europe. I'm not being funny, but if you would have asked 10 people how they expect the Manchester City versus Wolves game to go, 9 of them probably say, well, based off of everything that you've just said, the fact that Neto's not available, the fact that the manager's not on the side of the pitch, the fact that City are going for the title and I've just had a week off, and that Wolves are basically playing for nothing because they're basically, that's it now, they're on the beach. 9 out of 10 people probably say City probably smashing. So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to change the rules of football somehow to get Wolves to dig in deep when they've got nothing to play for? The game was all...
They did change them rules. That's why they put in money per place.
Yeah, no, of course they did, but the players don't give a crap.
No, they don't. That's the problem.
The
players don't give a shit about the boardroom.
But the play, they'll not be funny. The Wolves players, right, when they're 1-0 down at Manchester City at the Etihad, when they've got nothing to play for, playing against City when they have everything to play for, and not thinking to themselves, well, actually, lads, we need to dig in here, because if we dig in here, we can finish one place higher, and that means the club get an extra £2 million.
Yeah, they couldn't give a damn about it.
So what is the point? What is the point? Yeah, what is the point in that? And by the way, there's a very good chance it could happen again at Fulham. Now, a lot of people are telling me that Fulham's going to be super difficult, so we'll see. Maybe it is different. It's away as well. But like, what? I just don't get it. Like,
do you know where this is all coming from?
Go on.
People are getting very scared now. If we're not careful, there's going to be some very awkward conversations. Very awkward conversations. Because City right now, I believe, aren't we the fourth as in trophies?
What in British history, in English? Yeah, we are now just behind Arsenal. There's a good chance we'll overtake Arsenal next year. If we win a few trophies next year,
this one, it's 10. We're 3 behind Arsenal.
Yeah, that, by the way, that's if you don't include Community Shields, which no one's really going to include them. But
very uncomfortable conversation. Very uncomfortable conversation, then, because then you're into the United Liverpool territory, known as the Big Two, the standard bearer for English football. And it's like the Klopp stuff. Klopp has been a fantastic manager, but when you break it down, he's not really been close to Pep. It's not been a Pep Klopp era. It's been a Pep era. And the thing is, I understand that watching us win week in, week out is dominance. But where I would look upon it, if I would listen, I'm going to sound so. People say I'm saying this because I'm biased. City never win the league the same way twice. And what I mean by that is every time we win the league, it's with a brand new system, with a new style, with everything. Last season, we changed to the invertedness. What did everyone then do this season, LB?
Yeah. I know. Everyone's saying
copied us from Sunday League to Premier League to Champions League. Everyone went with inverted. Zinchenko went in inverted. Trent went in inverted. Go through it all and all. Yeah. This season, we've now changed again. By the way, nobody's giving Pep props for 5 games from the end of the season, throwing his whole rule book out the window and changing the whole system around.
I know.
Name me another manager that's got a set of bollocks that goes in a title race, 5 games to go. Tell you what, lads, scrap that. We're starting again. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's normal because it works, Martin. You know what's ironic about that is, if it didn't work, he'd probably be cussing him saying, why did he change it? Pep's arrogant. Pep thinks he's the man, so he just changes it. It's like, hang on a minute, bro. He's just reinvented the wheel, bro. And you're just like...
Again.
Yeah, exactly. Again, but just going back to the point again about this comment here about the Wolves game. Like, you really expect City at home against Wolves, who are playing for nothing, without the manager and without the best player in the team, you expect it to be mad difficult? No. Again, he's picked it now to write this article, because he couldn't have wrote this article last week, because everyone would have been like, hang on a minute, what are you talking about? We almost lost the game. We probably should have lost the game against Forest. We got the first half, we got battered. Couldn't have wrote this article then. He probably won't be able. A lot of people think he won't be able to write this article against Fulham, because a lot of people are expecting the Fulham game to be hard. A lot of people are expecting the Spurs game to be difficult, because we never won there and never scored a goal there in the Premier League. And of course, you're not going to write after West Ham. So it's like he just waited for a game that City win and go, right, now I'll write it because now I can write it. It's like, you know what I mean?
It's the definition of a hit piece.
Hey, look at this. City are possibly the most boring title-winning side ever. What do I mean? That is just so salty, bro. The most boring title-winning side ever. What does that even mean?
And what it means is that City are about to. By the way, don't forget, if we do this, we're about to break an all-time record and win 4 in a row. And nobody's ever done. That's going to hurt people on the back of a treble, on the back of a Super Cup and a World Club Cup. This is going to hurt a lot. Because remember this, LB, success makes you go back. See, I'm presuming you remember this. Go back to the 90s. City was everyone's second team.
Yeah, no. Because we were shit.
It was always, if City can win a trophy, if any team can win a trophy, I want it to be City. City had the loyalist fan base in the world. People used to say, when we had 25,000 fans on Ewood Park's pitch, people said to us, "You're so loyal, you lot. Can't believe it. You're the best in the land." Now we've got no fans. It's all because we are successful.
Facts.
It is jealousy. It is everything that you hated. We are Man United times 10 of hatred. They don't like it. They don't want it. This is why they're getting giddy when Pep. You watch now. Pep's entering his last year of his contract, yeah? In the next month, 2 months, you'll have non-stop. And all next season, Pep's going to do a Klopp. Pep's going to do a Klopp. Pep's going to do a Klopp and leave. Because the worst thing they ever want is Pep going, "I'll stay." It's like the money issue. Everyone talks about City spending all this money. No one talks about City. But when Liverpool, no one talks about the net spend trophy for the last 3 years. But when Liverpool was spending money, it was all about net spend. But when City spend money and they've had the best net spend for the last 3 years, never gets mentioned. Because it's a narrative that suits everyone else. And it's
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I find it interesting, and you know what, Lou? It's more like I just find it funny, bro. Like I just find it hilarious because it's such obviously, like it's just way too far. It's way too far. Like you can make whatever comment you want, but like when you are now calling out that he's literally attacking everything about the football club. That's why I know it's not a real article. That's why I know it's not a real piece. Now he's cussing the fans out, saying by the sounds of their fans, or perhaps it'd be more accurate to call them an audience. It's like he's so desperate just to attack everything. It's not just like it's not like he writes an article and goes, "Oh, you know what? Actually, City are mint, City are great, but actually I find them a little bit boring to watch at times because they're so good. Like I prefer to watch games that are open and that. But I get that I'm not going to see that because City are playing Wolves and Wolves are on the beach and City are not. So just is what it is. Anyway, see you later. I'm just got my article in. He's attacking everything. He's speaking.
You'll get it on Saturday with Fulham. Fulham are on the beach.
Fans. Yeah, now he's attacking the fans, saying the fans are not fans, they're audience. It's like he goes so far, and this is what I mean. Like the hate is an illness, man, because people are just talking about everything. What else does he say here? Oh, look at this about Haaland. So again, he can't just leave it at the style of play. It's not just the style of play. Like I say, you can clearly see. You can clearly say that if you want to say the style of play is boring, no problem. Now he's attacked the fans.
He's a cheat code.
Yeah, so now he's attacking the fans, and then he says, but he can't stop there. He has to now attack Erling Haaland. So the hate illness continues. He says this, it's best embodied by Erling Haaland, who is as unexciting as getting a cheat code, which leaves you feeling empty because you didn't earn it. You didn't earn the win. It's extraordinary. Obviously, he barely plays football. He's just a function playing this successful redux of the game. I know he's brilliant at what he does. I wouldn't want to be critical of how he plays, but it's like watching a dad dominating in a kid's game. So again, didn't write this when he played against Rudiger, who smashed it. Didn't say this last year when he played against Tyrone Mings at Villa Park, who defended really, really well against him.
You show me his article on Messi and Ronaldo.
Probably didn't do it, bro. Probably didn't
did not do one.
No, so but this is what I'm saying. The reason why I bring in this up is because it's like, again, it's a hate. He hates everything. That's why he's attacking everything. He's not just attacking the style. He's attacking the fans by calling them an audience. He's attacking the player.
He's gone down. Look, obviously, it's just a conspiracy.
Where's that?
That's the other thing we get thrown at. Apparently, we think it's all a big conspiracy. Because it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just making this up, because what we have to go through, because believe it or not, I'm going to give you a little fact now. The Manchester City fan base is one of the oldest fan bases age-wise out there.
Yeah, I seen that.
We've got quite an old fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah. Older than me. And you've seen all the graves and the crap in my beard. But here's the point. This is why it's not a conspiracy. We remember the United days. We had to live through the Man United days because we lived next door to them. A lot of our best friends were United fans. We know none of this was being said back then. When United won 8 out of the first 11 Premier Leagues, when United was smashing records on Rooney, Juan Sebastian Veron, etc., etc., etc. They spent $2.5 million on Gary Pallister from Middlesbrough. They've smashed more records than the Beatles, United. So, but nothing got said. Nothing got said. It was how fantastic. United were even allowed to pull out the frigging FA Cup, that and then go and do this Club World Cup against Vasco da Gama, which they lost, by the way. If City had done that, oh, no, you can't disrespect the FA Cup. We're the only football team who plays first teams in the Carabao Cup, first teams deep in the FA Cup. We're the only manager and team who does that. Arsenal have took the piss out the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup for the last 4 years because they've got bigger fish to fry. So don't sit there and tell me about all this crap about what we're doing. The reason we win quads and we win trebles, not because it's piss easy, because the way we handle our season.
Mm-hmm.
If you all want to go and race off at the start and do a Tottenham and go on a 10-game unbeaten run, and what you do, you're top of the league. Yeah, but you're shitting 6 by the end of it because you've knackered yourselves. Go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. What we'll do is take our time and then go on a 25, 30-game unbeaten run at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Manage your club better from top to bottom, from manager to director to everything. Someone said, I said, you know, that show was about you and about when I said about the scouting, I wasn't saying, oh, go and watch a kid. I'm on about, if we can get a Julian Alvarez for 40 million, so can your lot. Go and do it.
Yeah.
Stop buying Instagram FC signings and how many followers they've got and how many clicks they've got, and go and buy something that actually fits your system and your team.
Mm-hmm. I know. You know what's funny about the next bit? He now basically writes. He's very clever. This very, 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 very clever.
Sounds it.
Because if you read it, I'm not going to read this whole article, this whole bit out now, because it's all the same shit. But effectively, right, what he's now doing in the article is now by saying, and I don't get why anyone really cares about it. So, you know, if City fans speak about it, then I don't really get it. No, I don't speak about anyone that says anything about Middlesbrough. So, don't really. So basically, now he basically writes an article slagging the club off, slagging Haaland off, slagging the fans off, and then says, oh, but if anyone says anything about it, I just don't like acts like we're the fucking weirdos, bro. Like, because like we're responding to it. So
we're responding to his article
write
about us.
Exactly. He just wants to write whatever he wants to write, slagging the club off, slagging the fans off, slagging Haaland off, and just expect the fans just to be like, oh well, it's fine, isn't it? People can say what they want, you know what I mean? And so what's the point? What's the point in them writing the article if no one's allowed to comment on it? You just gonna write an article and
don't publish it. Don't publish it then. Just do it as a rough guide and leave it there. Don't publish it out into a domain, public domain, where you know you're gonna get hits and clicks, etc.
Oh, Martin, you'll love this, and chat will love this as well. Look at this one. The inevitability of their wins is what new fans from foreign countries, where predictability is valued and appreciated, love. That's not here. That's actually what he wrote, you know. So all you foreign fans, yeah, that's what he's saying, isn't it? So big up to you guys, yeah, because obviously he's saying that's not here. We don't appreciate what you appreciate. That is just I just think that's a mad line to write. The inevitability of their wins is what new fans from foreign countries, where predictability is valued and appreciated. What does that even mean, bro? What does that mean?
What he's saying is that
basically is he saying all the new fans from foreign countries, all you guys like, yeah, is predictability. And basically, is he saying that you guys just like you want boring football? Like, what were you saying?
No,
here, bro?
what he's basically saying is that a foreign fan is here because of City winning and no other reason.
That's poor, man. And don't get me wrong, there will be a few people like that, but like when I speak to a lot of foreign fans, yeah, not just City fans, there's all mad sort of stories. There's mad stories on why people support different clubs. So I think that's a bit of a, again, it's a hate. It's an illness. Why do you have to start talking about foreign fans, man? Why do you have to start talking about these Yeah, but yeah, but I don't want to turn on Middlesbrough because of one fan, Martin.
No,
Like, I know because winding you up, but I don't get why do you have to speak about that again? He could have just wrote an article.
A hate piece.
I know it is, but this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he could have just wrote an argument. He could have wrote an article to say, I actually don't really like the style of football. I prefer long ball or direct football, but that's just me. It is what it. But this is why it's a hit piece, because again, he's attacked the fans. He's attacked the fans in the stadium. He's attacking new foreign fans, because that for me is an attack. Yeah, he's attacking Haaland. He's attacking everything. I don't think that is. This is a poor article, man. And this is why I had to bring it up, because I think it's an illness. Yeah. I don't know why. Why would you write about the fans?
And
man?
What he'll say is he'll go freedom of speech, because by the way, that's now the new thing nowadays. I can say what I want because it's freedom of speech. Totally agree. You say whatever you want, but there's a difference to that. Nowhere does it say you can say what you want without consequence. There is always a consequence to what you write. You can say whatever you want. Doesn't mean there'll never be a consequence. That, to me, is bordering on xenophobia from him.
I think it's poor, man. And listen,
it's
the people
down the xenophobic road. And
all I say is the people in the chat, the foreign fans will be able to give you a better opinion on that. Some people who are foreign, who are not from the UK, will say, nah, LB, it's chill. Some people will say it is. It's them. They're the people, really, they've got to say. Then he goes on speaking about how he pities the commentators or whatever. Oh, I've lost it. Where are we?
You in the biased ones?
Where have I fucking gone now?
Yeah, I think you just had it then about. Was it about Carragher?
Where have I fucking no? This scroll wheel on my mouse is fucked, man. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So then he says, "What? I feel a bit guilty about my lack of interest. City are obviously brilliant. I've got no interest in denying that, but I'm just interested. I can't help it. Cool. Write that and leave it. I've got no problem with this. This here, I've got no problem with that. You don't have to find it exciting. Yeah, you don't have to. You can write that, no problem.
I don't, yeah.
But then he goes on to say, what else does he say? It might not be rational, but football isn't. Just listen to appalled fans objecting to the fact that you don't share their view. Well, hang on a minute.
So he's admitting what he's doing, actually. He's actually admitting what he's doing.
Because you know what you're doing, bro.
He's saying I'm not being rational here. I probably am doing what football fans do, which is be tribal. So you've just got a tribal. It's a hit piece.
It's a hit piece. And then he says, no one being rational will do so, because a world in which everyone agrees about football would be very boring not to. So he's back in this zone again now where he's like, if you disagree with me, then you're a weirdo, because everyone can have their own opinions. But what you've done is, man, you're taking it way too far. No one's saying that you have to like the City style. No one's saying you have to enjoy it and write mad articles about it. But people are commenting on this post because you clearly just try to piss people off. And you know that because you've gone for the home fans, which he does again in a minute. You've gone for the home fans, you've gone for the foreign fans, you've then gone for so you're hitting the nail. If I was to write a piece, right? If I was to write a piece about Arsenal, right, or do something about Arsenal on the channel, I'd call out the manager, yeah. I'd call out the fan base, because the fan base is pretty emotional, and I'd just cuss everyone, because then I'm hitting.
Yeah, you'd have 1,000 dislikes.
Yeah, no, but like, you know what I mean? Clicks are clicks at the end of the day, and that's the situation. But here we go again, guys. Look, so he's done the thing again. He's done the thing again where he said, "Oh yeah, if you disagree with him, basically you're a weirdo, right? Nice, yeah." So that's basically what he's done. It's a horrible article. I think it's poor. Oh no, we're back at the fans again. We've already cooked the fans.
By the way, that's total bullshit, because I was sat in the stadium when we were doing the Poznan. Do
Yeah,
not
so
lie.
we've already cooked the fans in the stadium. We'll then cook the foreign fan base, and now we're cooking the fans back in the stadium again. So it's a three-peat. Nice one, bro. It's easy to say the football is great, therefore the games are great, but that would be a lie. Albeit one that dare not speak its name in the Premier League ivory towers. There will be doubtless points of satisfied fans, but there is more neutrals than City fans, and they also again. It's our fault that the neutrals are not happy with the
We've
game.
got the highest season ticket take up in the whole league. There are 36,000 season ticket holders, more than United, more than Liverpool, more than anyone. So how are they all neutrals?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Martin. I don't disagree with everything that he says. I agree that as a neutral, watching City versus Wolves
It's boring.
probably would be boring. But what do you want to do about that? What are you going to do about it? You can't do nothing about it. So it's a pointless comment because there's nothing you can do. Wolves are on the beach because they're mid-table, got nothing to play for, and they don't have the best player, and the manager's not available. And City are just in form, and we've had a week off, and we cook them. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? It's a relevant point because there's nothing you can do.
It's like, mate, when I watched Arsenal beat Burnley 5-6-0, whatever it was boring to me. When I watched them beat Sheffield United 8-0, was it? That, by the way, Newcastle beat 8-0. Boring. I understand that. I used to manage a Sunday League team where we won 15-0 every week. It was boring to watch managing it. It was fantastic. But there is a level of, I get it. But when it's your team and you're emotionally invested, there's not one Arsenal fan that won't sit there when they smack Sheffield United 8-0, whatever it was, saying, what a performance, fantastic. Because they're emotionally invested in that.
Exactly. And that's why it's wrong, though, Martin, because like at the end of the day...
United game, go back to the Chelsea United game. Was it 4-3 Chelsea? It was heralded as the best football game of the season. It was a bag of shit. Do you know why? Because it was continuous errors.
The same.
Good football. It was shit.
But Martin, include the City game when we went to Stamford Bridge and drew 4-4.
Errors.
It might have been goals galore. The actual standard of the game was shocking. It was error after error after error after error. So is that better? Is that better than, like, you know what, like some of the games that we've had against Liverpool over the years? Like, they've been top-tier games.
I mean, by the way, personally, I think that's the most exciting we played. I thought we were damn excited on Saturday, but never mind.
That's not bad. But the thing is, bro, like, this is what I'm saying before. If you wanted to write this piece, and if you think it's a hit piece, which I think it's not a great article personally, it's this is the only time he could have wrote it, because he couldn't have wrote it last week, because everyone would have been like, what are you on about? There was no jeopardy. We almost lost. A lot of people are thinking that he's not going to be able to write it this week because we've got Fulham and everyone's saying that's going to be a tough game. And then obviously we play Spurs. So again, it's the last opportunity to get a little dig in. And I just say as well on the boring thing, if you're a neutral or you don't support City, then I'm not really expecting you to find the football mad entertaining. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, yeah. When Liverpool beat Tottenham in the Champions League final, that was a horrendous football match. Do the Liverpool fans care? Do I think they should care? No. But if I start digging their fans for that game, or digging their players, or digging something else, and say, oh, well, it was a dead game and it was a horrific, it was so boring, Liverpool didn't really deserve it and whatever, then obviously that's going too far. I will sit here and say that game, Liverpool versus Tottenham, was a poor game. Liverpool fans don't care. Liverpool fans don't care about it and don't care about my opinion, but they'll start to care about my opinion if I start attacking their fan base, if I start attacking the fans that go to Anfield, or attacking their new foreign fans or something, or start attacking like a legend. If I start to attack Mohamed Salah, then they might start getting the back up. And I just think, like, again, it's just poor, man. Final paragraph, because I will put this in there. Right now, there's something remarkably non-breathtaking about them. It's like maths v poetry. No one ever fell in love with a quadratic. What's that? Quadratic? I've never heard that word before. Equation. And no matter how brilliant or clever you say the equation is, it doesn't express what is in your heart. You might not agree, but plenty do. Yes, it's weird. Listen, I just think it's a madness. I just think, honestly, like, it's weird. You're going beyond, in my opinion, it's just my view, but you're going beyond what is reasonable, what is fair. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And you can sit there and write an article and say, oh, you know what? I find City a bit boring or whatever to watch. It's not my cup of tea. No problem. No problem. But when you start digging out individual players, digging out the fan base, start, saying a weird shit, then I think that's, for me, it's just like, I just think it's very, very strange. Very strange. Like, I think it's an illness, man. I think people are going way too far. I think, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What's the point? Anyway, sorry, let me go through some of these super chats, man. I didn't want to bring them up at the time just because we was in the flow. Big up to Sir Alan, says we are cheats and that there is a racist agenda. From Alan. Warren says there is an agenda against our football club. Rational says he also can't speak on 115 anymore. New angle now, says Rational. He'll get a letter in the post as well, innit? Big up to Keon, says op fans really going to be mad next season, because if this was an off season, we're definitely going to improve in the summer. Just imagine the hate for 5 in a row. Well, this is actually a good point, bro, because this has probably been one of the worst seasons we've had under Pep Guardiola in terms of how we played. So if we win the league again,
with a higher top points total, higher goal scoring total, etc., etc.
Facts, absolute facts. And
by the way, 32 games unbeaten is the longest we've done in about 8 years.
Yeah,
we're not all that bad at the moment. This is what I keep saying. If this is bad, I don't want to see us when we get freaking going. Because God forbid the rest of the league.
This is the thing again, no, Martin. People are not interested in the 37 games. People are only interested in who's the winner at the end. And by the way, I'm not even sitting here saying we are defo going to win the league. Like, we've still got 3 games left.
3 games, yeah.
Like, how disrespectful are you to Fulham? How disrespectful are you to Spurs and West Ham that you're just going to sit here and just assume we're going to win all 3? Like, I think we will, and I'm backing that we will. But, like, you're just kind of writing off Arsenal. Does that not say a little bit more about Arsenal and the other teams than it does about City, that you're just writing it all off? I just find it very, very, very strange, man. And you know what? Maybe these teams should try harder. Arsenal spent a lot of money. Arsenal are a good team. I'm not cooking Arsenal. Arsenal are a good team, but they've wasted a lot of money over the years. A lot. Maybe if they would have spent that money a little bit wiser, then maybe they would have had a better season. Yeah, and also, I argue as well, by the way, Arsenal took 4 points off City this year. 4. Is it our fault that they drew at Fulham when they were 2-0 up? Is it our fault that they got beat off West Ham? Is it our fault that they got a decent result? Many people said at the time, I know you disagree, but a decent result, a lot of people said, when they come to City and got a 0-0 and the league was in their hands, and then they lost straight away against Aston Villa. Is that our fault? That was at home as well, they lost. So, people need to, I always say this, man, look in the mirror, innit? People always love to look outwards and blame other people and blame other clubs. Maybe you just fucking, you know what I mean? Maybe you just actually just look at yourselves. And it's another thing that winds me up.
Your club ain't good enough.
Yeah, and just another thing as well, yeah. People keep on saying, how can Arsenal compete with this Manchester City team? That they're unbeaten. They've only lost 1 game hang on a minute. If we draw 1 game out of these 3 and win 2, we won't win the league despite not losing a game since the 6th of December. We could in theory finish second, yeah, on goal difference.
And a 35 unbeaten run.
And we'd not lost a game since the 6th of December. 6th of December. But people don't want to hear it, because again, it's like, no. Anti-City. No one is going to go, oh, that's actually pretty mad, if City couldn't win the league despite only losing 1 game.
It should be talked about in the same breath as Liverpool's 97 points when we got 98.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all said at the time that was 2 amazing top world-class teams, head-to-head, and City edged it. But and this is the trouble. This is why I don't ignore some rivals, because you get Arsenal fans 1 minute, we've all heard some of them. Best defense, best attack, best midfield, most exciting, blah, 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 blah. City falling off, boring, not as good. And then you always hear City have played them 3 times and not beat them once. Great.
Yeah.
I class them as battles. Win your war, not the battles. I don't care about the battles. The battles are great, little props and little excitements. Win the war at the end. Yeah. But I'm sorry, Arsenal. See, this for me, I want to give Arsenal credit. I just find it hard when some of their fans go so over the top, because when they got beat by Villa, it was a Farmers League. They beat Chelsea 5-0. It wasn't a Farmers League, and they were amazing. So which one is it? When Arsenal win 5-0, it's the most fantastic team in the world. When City win 5-1, it's boring.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't know
Well,
anymore.
the proof will be in the pudding, because Arsenal are effectively Man City 2.0 with the way they play.
Yeah,
That's
they're a fantastic team.
And by the way, Arsenal fans, that's not dig. I'm just saying, like, you got the manager that come from City, you've got the same sort of players, and you play the same way, really, that City play. Like, again, it's not a dig, genuinely. So it'll be interesting to see if in the next 18 months, Arsenal get this hate and Arsenal get this agenda about, oh, Arsenal are boring, because Arsenal play similar football to us. They play the similar, not 100%. Obviously, there's always going to be slight differences. But they're also, by the way, their defense this year has probably been one of the best defense in the league. So does that not make them more boring, because they're less likely to concede goals, and I mean, they played pretty bad in that first half against Spurs. They were not very good. They were 3-0 up. Is that not boring, that they can go in a North London derby, that they can play pretty bad and still be 3-0 up after half time? Like, is that not boring? I don't think it was boring. I did a watch along for it. I wasn't sitting there saying, oh my God, this is boring. I was like, mad, this is crazy. Arsenal not even playing well and they're 3-0 up. This is crazy. Spurs in the run. I was laughing.
We've celebrated boring this. Hang on. This is the other thing that bugs me. This is what I was saying ages ago, is when Mourinho played negative football at Inter Milan, United, Spurs, he got hounded out the door for it by the press and then went over here. Yeah? Have you not noticed this season everyone's celebrating defensive football, especially against us?
Well, again, that's very
I've never
interesting.
seen defensive football so celebrated like it has been this season. And I'm fine with that, because defensive is a very important part of the game. I've no problem with it. But that means then next season, if your team low block, don't say it's boring and cowardly, etc. and else. Own what you said the same. I want consistency with it now, but it won't be. I want to see that consistency, but it's not. It's when it suits. And that's what bugs me. It's come on, let's be honest and just say, if they came out and went, you know what, I just hate City. I hate City. I hate the success. They're winning all the trophies. I'm upset because my team's really good. And it's got to remember, Liverpool's best era has been Klopp for a very long time, and he's had his arse owned. And which to the point he's leaving. And now they're having to go and get, Ten Hag and Pep 0.15 from not even Wish. I think we're at Timu with him now. So I don't know where. So Liverpool have now failed. I think Arsenal are scared of our most successful period, our best team in the last 15 years, and we may not be able to beat Pep.
Yeah, just quickly as well, look at this that I've just found. This is another article the guy wrote. Liverpool v Man City is the USA versus the UAE, so don't expect me to care. What is wrong with some people, man? It's not that deep. It's
How are
not
we able to write these pieces?
It's not that deep, bro. It's not. Honestly, I swear down, it's not USA versus UAE. I promise you, it's not. I promise you, the government of USA and the government of the UAE are not looking at each other and debating each other on the day Liverpool play City.
Just put Wesley Banks' comment up. I need to call this out. No one hates City. No one cares. You're on a City channel. People are writing City articles about how much they hate us and we're boring. And everyone is saying we don't care about Manchester City while they're writing about Manchester City. Think about the hypocrisy while you're writing it all. If you hate something, you have got an emotional attachment. If you don't care, you don't ever talk about us. You move on. I don't care about, give me a team, Fulham. You never see me talk about Fulham. I talk about United because I hate United. I own it. Just own it. You hate City. Fine, not a problem. Just stop this we don't care crap, because you do care. You do.
Yeah, no, 100%. Anyway, that is the end of that article, by the way, guys. There's no, I see a couple of comments saying, is there anything else? No, that is it. Let me come back to some of these member chats and super chats that have been sent in. Big up to Joe says, Spitty Carragher was also going on about the crowd during the match. It's pathetic. They don't even try and hide it anymore. Yeah, it's hate, bro. The hate is real. The hate is real. This is about, honestly now, like, I very rarely listen to any mainstream media podcasts. I don't listen to any of the pre-match build-up or the post-match. I just can't be asked. I'd rather tune into fan debates. I'd rather keep it in-house on the City channels. You know, listening to Martin's channel. You know what I mean? Going on there, see what City fans have to say. You know what I mean? See what you guys in the comments of the videos are saying. Because for me, I'm just like, well, you know what I mean? What am I getting out of this? There's no, you know, a lot of these channels as well, TV channels, like, they don't really provide much tactical analysis these days. They do sometimes. I'm not going to say they never do, but usually it's just
tactical analysis now.
That's what I'm saying. So what are we listening for? What are we listening for? This is why I think, like, this is honestly why fan media on the internet is gone so big. And actually, I was just speaking to Lee Gunner. I was on Saeed's channel and speaking to Lee, and Lee was right. Lee said, listen, the mainstream media have lost a lot of the views. That's why they're doing a lot more podcasts. That's why they're doing a lot of these Saturday social things. It's not because they've just gone, oh, we need a new idea. It's like, what is working? People want to listen to fans, right? Because fans just say it how it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, fans will just say, I hate Liverpool, or I hate Man United. Do you know what I mean? Like, because why? Well, there's no agendas we have. I always say, I have agendas on players. I tell people I have agendas on players. I say, like, yeah, Conor Gallagher at Chelsea, I don't rate him. I have an agenda against him. So at least when I'm talking about it, people know. I don't try and do this thing where I'm sly about it and say, oh, he's crapping. Because I've got an agenda again. I tell people so people know. Why? Because what have I got to lose? What have normal fans got to lose from that? We're just giving our
LB had an agenda on me for Alvarez on the right wing for about a year and a half, so it's all right. Don't worry about it. No, listen, I have no problem with anyone having an opinion or an agenda. Well, just own it. Just say, yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, it's like the Grealish. If people don't like Grealish, that's fine. Just say you don't like him. If you don't like Doc, fine. Say you don't like him. You don't like whatever. Just say. I mean, me and Alan joke all the time, as you know. But at least I'll give Alan his due. He says, you know what? I just don't like him. Fine. But at least he owns it. He doesn't hide behind it. Go, oh no, it's because he's no. Just you don't like him. It's okay. That's fine.
Actually, it says, I don't like Saka and I can own it. There we go. Fair dues, bro.
It's a mad situation. I've no problem with anyone slagging City off if you're not from City. But say it for what it is. It's because you're either jealous or your team can't compete. Or it's because we've got owners from a part of the country you're not happy with. Just own some of it. Own it. I know it's hard. Own it. I hate United. And I hate Liverpool. But it is.
That's how it should be. But that's how it should be. That's how it should be, bro. You shouldn't be liking your rivals, man. What's all that about? Francis says, lol, no one hates City. No one cares about City.
But you paid $2.99 for it. Do you see my point? The hypocrisy's there all day long.
Okay. So,
bro, is anyone saying that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, before. Are you a City fan saying that?
There's either two options here. There's he's a City fan, and he's just joking, or he's not a City fan and he's just paid £3.
You just paid to say no one cares.
To tell us that no one cares about it. So both are funny. If you're a City fan and you've wrote that, that's funny. But if you're not a City fan, that's also pretty funny.
See, like Jamie Phillips, I'll admit it, I'm jealous, but I hate City, but love you guys. Fine, that's being honest.
That's how it should be. Jamie, guess what? I hate Liverpool. I hate Liverpool.
As long as you're not smashing buses up and being idiots and all that and singing stupid songs, well, that's not right.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Lou. Says, yes, we're in their heads. It's incredible. And that's incredibly xenophobic and racist who wrote this. Well, it's the Nicholson guy at Football 365, bro. And I went, if you click his name, you can see every article he's wrote on 365. And there's a lot of strange articles on there in my view. But maybe it clearly works because he's got a job doing it. So
They're
fair
going to
play to
do
the
a
guy.
piece about Arsenal having 40,000 empty seats when Villa scored.
No, he's not done anything on Arsenal this
You've
season.
not done that?
I don't think so. I tried to find. I went to look to see if he'd done an article when Arsenal were battering everyone 5-0 to see if he said the same thing, but there was nothing there. Interesting. Let's do a Twitter poll of the best hate pieces. Says Rational Cat Fat. And Big Up Will says, I'm from Denmark, been a fan since 2012. I'm the only one in my family who cares about football. Obviously, wins made me gravitate to City. I would say, bro, listen, that's just, at the end of the day, right, if you grow up in a family that don't watch football, or you grow up in a foreign country like America, or maybe soccer, as you call it over there, ain't as big as maybe it is here, you've got to find a way to support a team if you want to support a team. So sometimes people will pick the worst team. Sometimes people pick the best team. Sometimes they'll pick a team because they're playing in blue and they like the colour blue. Sometimes it'll be red, so they pick Liverpool or United. Like, that's just how it is. Like, it's ridiculous, really. I don't think he should be saying that, to be honest with you. That's my view anyway.
Yeah, I think he's said some very borderline stuff.
I just think it's just like, at the end of the day, say you can say what you want. Say that they're boring. I ain't got a problem with that. Shit, I thought I just banned someone by accident. You say what you want. Like, at the end of the day, it's banter, innit? You know what I mean? I'm gonna say,
don't call out foreign fans.
No, I'm gonna mock Liverpool, yeah, for only winning one Prem in 9 years under Klopp. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and it's nothing deep. It's just banter, innit? But like, when you start saying other shit about the fans at the ground, the fans, foreign fans, they start cussing Haaland. It's like, hell, mate, you're making it too obvious here that this is looking like a hit piece, and like, so it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, I was good an hour in it, so we'll wrap it up. But it's just, I think there's a couple things here to wrap up with. One, my advice to City fans is stick together. Yeah, support your own. Yes, watch City content. You have to watch them all. I'm not saying watch me. Listen to City podcasts. Listen to what other fans are saying, because a lot of the mainstream media are not going to like us. Yeah, you look at the mainstream media. Yeah, how many City fans do they have? Like, ex-City players do they have on there? And I'm not even being funny. They got Micah Richards on there, and he doesn't even defend us half the time. You know what I mean? So it's like we don't really have a big say on that. So we get cooked all the time. We don't have anyone that will defend us. So stick with the City fans, man. And they're just trying to ruin it. They're just trying to ruin. We could potentially do a double here, yeah, or maybe a quad if you include the previous two, which I guess you probably should. They're just trying to ruin it. They're gonna. In fact, unfortunately, I think it's gonna get worse. These next 2 weeks, if we go and win a double, 3 weeks, it'll get even worse. Because people will just try to trigger us, man. And they could argue that it's been successful because I've ended up doing this stream. I'm just thinking about it now. Maybe I shouldn't have done it because they've succeeded. But like, I don't know why people like that though, Martin. Why people want to do that? Why people want to write shit? Why do people want to say shit just to trigger people? Like, why would you do that, innit? And again, I'm not saying I've not done it. I'm saying maybe we're programmed as human beings to be like that, but it's just strange, isn't it?
There's two things in life, and City are on course to do something. Have you ever noticed City going into a final, semi-final, title race decider, or anything like that? There's always something comes out.
Yeah.
Like, if we're still around it at the West Ham game, there'll be something will come out and get leaked.
Yeah.
Remember the Watford final, where that fan went up to the media box and shouted at them?
Yeah. No,
same thing that day.
It's the same
So
shit.
that was about. Do you remember the Sterling about his tattoo with the gun?
Yeah, that was. I mean,
the Girona thing has been made into a City thing when it's an agent issue.
Yeah,
everything's spun round to set.
Yeah, of course.
You know why? There's two things in life: sex sells and City sells. City a box office. We sell.
Combo.
Yeah, it's a combo.
Combo deal.
I'm telling you now, this isn't even your late night.
I know, yeah. This is usually the 10 p.m. stream.
We're not even on our 11 p.m.s that we normally do. But no, honestly, City sell. We're box office. They all call us Little City, but they can't keep us out their headlines, their mouths, their anything. By the way, City got the most money last season for being on the television the most. Why? because we bring the viewership. Oh, let me guess, you're all watching it for the opposition in case they beat us.
Yeah. You know what's funny as well is right. Whenever we get like a record breaking
I like that.
views,
McGee's put that up. Sex in the City. Oh, I'm loving it.
You know what I find funny is whenever we break the records in America for views, it's always the other team. It's mad that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I find that always crazy how that always happens.
Yeah, apparently we only had 65 people in Tokyo. We had 65,000. He missed a few zeros off it. It was
Honestly,
just for
guys,
training.
It's just crazy, man.
What are you doing? Come on.
It's just insane. But I think it'll get worse. And maybe part of us, because I'm open to all suggestions. Maybe it's just because we're the most successful team. Maybe United got hate and we just didn't notice it because we was the ones doing the hate.
They got hate. I lived in the middle of it. They got hate. Not like this. Not like this. Ferguson was absolutely. It was like he was the Messiah the way they talked about him. But no, the only difference is as well, LB, Ferguson controlled the media.
Yeah.
Because if you pissed Fergie off, you got banned.
Mm-hmm.
I think if City got a little bit more forceful, a little bit more no, I think you'd see less of this. I do think City have been a bit too soft sometimes.
Yeah. No, I agree. And
Ferguson would never have allowed it.
No, but how many times have I mentioned this? And obviously, this is more about the charges that we won't get into because I've got time. But like, I say this:
social media now, mate. Social media is huge now.
Well, of course it is. I mean, I always say I don't know why people really want to be journalists these days, man. Because like, you get cooked off everyone. And we've spoken about Sam Lee before. And Sam Lee dropped the news that Mahrez was going to fucking Saudi Arabia. Mahrez tweeted and said, "No, he's not." Sam Lee got it in a fucking neck off City fans saying, "Why are you spreading fake news?" Guy ended up going. How many people? I'm coming at City fans there. How many of these City fans then DM'd or tweeted Sam to say, "Sorry, I went in it you a month ago. My bad. You were right. I'm really sorry for cooking you." You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I don't know why people wielded it. It's not really. I think with that, as you say, now with social media, like fans can just say what they want. They can see what they want. And you know, a lot of like you don't really get any tactical stuff from them. So it's a brave job to be in, man, because half of the guys got cut. I mean, look at the guy at the MEN. Is it Samuel Lockhurst, who he gets absolutely? I think this is correct. He gets absolutely cooked off United fans because he always spreads negativity. But you know, whether or not he actually has
the MEN can't win because it's known as the MUEN.
Yeah, I know it is.
And then United fans call it the pro. So the MEN just can't win. They just can't frigging win.
No, they can't. They can't win. But this is what I'm saying, man. It's kind of like with these journalists nowadays, it's like fair play to anyone that goes and does that now at uni, man, because you got to be brave to do it. But I guess if it's your passion, go do what you want, innit? It's a madness. But
I mean, come on, there's some YouTubers, I won't mention the name, are now allowed in press conferences. And the press pass for their football club. And big up to him, and he's fine. They worked hard to get it, but I don't know. It's a very weird dynamic at the moment with some football. It's very weird dynamic, but I don't care as long as we keep winning. Well, lose whatever. I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I did actually see your super chat. I put it on screen, bro. Maybe your stream lagged out or something, but we did actually speak about it before, bro. But yeah, 100%. No problems, bro. No problems. Right, buzzing. We're gonna wrap it up. Bank holiday Monday, man. You doing out?
Yeah. I'm going out this evening.
Oh, mine on the town. Let's go.
No, going pictures. What do you mean on the town? I don't know what on the town is anymore. I'm going away in 2.5 weeks, which can't wait. So no one will see me.
What? We're not getting Martin Beach bod.
No.
Okay.
No, I'll have to do a live for the post match of the FA Cup. Do you know there's only ever been 2 Manchester derbies in the FA Cup final, and I've been away for both of them.
And it happened 2 years in a row. How weird is that? I always say that's so weird.
It's not fair. This.
It's so strange how that happens.
It's not SeaWorld.
I mean, that happened for over 100 years.
It's not a preview of SeaWorld. It's not Free Willer. Calm down.
What the hell? This chat gone real weird, real quick.
Where are we going here? Whoa, hang on, right. We're going to end it on there. No, my brother who.
Right, buzzing. Well, enjoy your
Smash
night,
that
mate.
like.
Yeah, smash the likes up, guys. Smash the likes up.
By the way, we're only 230 off 4K. So anyone who wants to come and help us, 230 off would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to do it in 3 weeks.
Come
3
on,
weeks,
come on,
trying to do
guys.
it by the end of May.
Defo can do that, man. Make sure you are subscribed. I might be live tonight for the United game if I'm back in time, guys. So just keep your eye out. I'll do it on the main channel, so I'm not messing around.
That's brother who.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, check that out if you've not done so already. But yeah, I guess other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. May bank holiday. Enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smash a like. If you are watching back on replay, by the way, give us your thoughts and comments in down below. If you want something else to watch, you can go and watch the reaction that I did to Hussam's hate along on Saturday. It's pretty funny, man. You guys need to check it out. But yeah, peace out, guys. Smash a like, subscribe. Let us know your views and comments in the comment section below. Craig. This is just took my eye real quick. City are very interested in Frimpong. He has a decent release clause. Clubs are assessing if he actually wants to leave. He may stay another year, so you have Champions League. There we go. Interesting. All right, we'll leave you on that one, guys. Maybe Frimpong. Who knows? All right, peace out, guys. See you in the next one.